Good morning. Greetings from Jamestown settlement here in Virginia, the first permanent English colonial settlement in North America. I'm here to explore the historic Jamestown. Here we can find the Living History Museum behind me, the 50 states markers, the James Fort, the replicas of the three British ships, Susan Constant, Discovery, and Godspeed, and the Powhatan American Indian Territory. Now watch this. Now let us see the markers of the first 13 original colonies. Remember, Jamestown is the first capital of the United States, the first permanent English colony. Here, Delaware, called the first state. The capital is Dover. Delaware was explored by Henry Hudson for the Dutch in 1609, but was named after Lord Delaware, an early English governor of Virginia. In 1638, Peter Minute established the first successful settlement with the New Sweden Company at Fort Christina, or now Wilmington. Dutch forces under Peter Stuyvesant seized control in 1655. The English robbed them from New Netherland in 1664, and in 1682, Delaware was included as a part of William Penn's royal grant. In 1704, Delaware split from Pennsylvania and became a separate colony. In 1787, it was admitted to the Union as the first state. Now, here, Pennsylvania. The capital is Harrisburg. Although Captain John Smith entered the Susquehanna River in 1608 and Henry Hudson entered Delaware Bay in 1609, the region was not explored extensively until Cornelius Hendrickson came in 1616 and Cornelius Jacobsen came in 1623, both for the Dutch. The Swedes claimed the region of the Delaware River after 1638 and held it until the Dutch took control of the territory in 1655. The English gained control in 1664, and King Charles II granted most of Pennsylvania to William Penn, a Quaker, in 1681. Because of its guarantee of religious freedom, the English colony drew many immigrants. So it is one of the original colonies in 1787. Now here in New Jersey, capital is Trenton. Dutch merchants established trade with Lenape Indians and set up trading posts at present-day Jersey City in 1618 and Fort Nassau in 1624. Swedish settlers came to the area in 1638. After sporadic fighting, they yielded control to the Dutch in 1655, and in 1664, the English seized control. Proprietorship of the region was granted to Lord John Berkeley and Sir George Carteret. The province was divided into East and West Jersey in 1676. The two proprietors surrendered their power to the English crown in 1702, but land disputes continued into the 18th century. Founded in 1787 as one of the original colonies. Now Georgia. One of the 13 original colonies, capital is Atlanta. To stop French claims to the area, Pedro Menendez de Aviles attempted to a coastal Spanish settlement in 1565. England claimed the territory in the 17th century but did not colonize it until the 18th century. In 1732, King George II granted a charter to a board of trustees including James Oglethorpe, who wanted to establish a colony for impoverished Englishmen. In 1753, the trustees gave up their charter and Georgia became a royal colony. It was admitted to the Union as the fourth state in 1788. Connecticut, one of the 13 original colonies, the capital is at Hartford. Dutch residents from New Amsterdam established a trading post near present-day Hartford in 1633, but it was the English from the Massachusetts Bay Colony who made the initial move to colonize the area. In 1639, the Fundamental Orders of Connecticut were adopted, a document that gave more governmental power to the people. King Charles II granted a charter to Connecticut in 1662. It was admitted to the Union in 1788. Now, Massachusetts. Capital is Boston. A group of zealous Puritans known as separatists or pilgrims left England and established a colony at Plymouth in New England in 1620. In 1626, a Puritan settlement was started at Salem, and by 1630, the Massachusetts Bay Colony was established. John Winthrop was elected governor, and Boston was founded in 1630, becoming the capital. In 1643, the Bay Colony formed the New England Confederation with Plymouth, Connecticut, and New Haven colonies for defense, which proved effective during King Philip's War, 1675 to 1676. In 1691, under King William and Queen Mary, the Plymouth, Massachusetts Bay, and Maine colonies were united and granted a new charter, founded in 1788 as part of the Union. Here, Maryland. Capital is Annapolis. In 1632, King Charles I of England granted land to George Calvert, Lord Baltimore. At Calvert's death, his son succeeded to the title and reorganized colonial expedition. Settlers arrived in Maryland in 1634 and started a settlement at St. Mary's. The colony was founded on the principle of religious toleration, allowing Catholics and Protestants alike to escape persecution in England, but eventually Puritans took control. Boundary disputes with Virginia continued for several centuries. In 1688, Maryland became a royal colony with the Church of England as the official religion. Founded in 1788 as part of the Union. South Carolina, one of the 13 original colonies. Capital is Columbia. The Spanish attempted a settlement in 1526, but it was shortly abandoned. A group of French Huguenots established a colony on Paris Island in Port Royal Sound in 1562, which lasted about a year. Shortly, the Spanish built missions along the coast as far as north as present-day Charleston. Claimed by England in 1663, the Carolinas were granted to a group of 8 proprietors, and a colony was established in the southern part in 1670. In 1729, South Carolina became a royal colony. It was admitted to the Union in 1788. New Hampshire, one of the 13 original colonies. Capital is Concord. While the French were the first to explore this area, it was John Smith's explorations, maps, and reports of the region in 1614 which led to its eventual settlement. In 1622, John Mason and Sir Ferdinando Jorges obtained rights to the land, part of which was claimed by Mason to become New Hampshire. Within a few years, settlements were founded at Dover and Portsmouth. Others followed, but by 1643, all had joined the Massachusetts Bay Colony. In 1679, New Hampshire became a separate royal province, but often the governor of Massachusetts served both colonies. Admitted to the Union in 1788. Virginia, the first capital here in Jamestown settlement, now Williamsburg, Virginia, the first permanent English settlement in North America and the first of the 13 original colonies. The capital is Richmond. A permanent settlement was established by England's Virginia Company of London in 1607 on May 14, 1607, under its original charter. In 1609, King James I granted a second charter, which increased Virginia's territory to its maximum size, stretching from the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean. Following the American Revolution, Virginia relinquished her northern and western territories, which eventually were divided into individual states, or the original 13 colonies. Admitted to the Union as the 10th state in 1788. New York, capital Albany. Following the explorations of Verrazano in New York Bay, French explorer Samuel de Champlain and English explorer Henry Hudson, employed by the Dutch, investigated this area in 1609. By the 1620s, the Dutch had established a permanent settlement which they named after New Amsterdam. In 1664, they surrendered control of New Amsterdam, New Netherland, to the English. The territory was renamed New York after James, Duke of York and Albany, who later became King James II. 1788 was admitted to the Union. North Carolina, one of the 13 original colonies. Capital is Raleigh. Queen Elizabeth I of England granted Sir Walter Raleigh the right to establish a colony in 1584. 2 settlements at Roanoke Island, 1585 and 1587, were unsuccessful. The second, now known as the Lost Colony. By 1650, a few colonies from Virginia had settled in the Albemarle Sound region. In 1663, the Carolinas became a proprietary colony, with grants given to the 8 proprietors by King Charles II After 1691, the province of Albemarle was called North Carolina. North Carolina became a royal colony in 1729. In 1776, the colonial legislature passed the Halifax Resolves, the first official action calling for independence. 1789, it was admitted to the Union of the United States. Rhode Island, capital Providence. Roger Williams established the first settlement at Providence in 1636 with a group of followers from Massachusetts Bay Colony who sought freedom of worship. Portsmouth and Newport were founded in 1638 and 1639. In 1643, Warwick was established by Samuel Gorton, and subsequently a parliamentary patent was obtained uniting these four settlements. King Charles II granted Unified Colony Charter in 1663, which guaranteed complete religious liberty. 1790, it was admitted to the Union. Watch for my next vlog. YOLO, you only live once. Greetings from Jamestown Settlement here in Virginia.